Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Amr Elfaham. I'm a Cloud Foundation and HCI Senior System Engineer. Today, I'll be taking you around an interesting topic, VMware Cloud Foundation and VMware vSAN, which is our hyper-converged technology. And actually, I will be going through how this can improve your current data center and how this can smoothen up your operations. Please feel free to interrupt me at any time if you have any questions. I prefer to have an interactive sessions. Later, of course, if you want us to engage with you into any kind of assessments, one-to-one meetings, of course, I'm happy to go and present our solution. So just let me give you a brief on our portfolio and what we are doing today as a VMware. So basically, we started more than 20 years ago. So what we've been doing, we're abstracting all the functionalities. So all the hardware functionalities has been abstracted into the software level. So why we are doing this? Basically, we want to give you the mobility so that we can have the solution. If you want to have it on-prem, maybe you have a remote office, branch office, maybe you want to have several data centers. So if you are interested later after this session, I can show you my demo where I have one site installed here in Dubai, another site is installed in our lab in Paris, and another instance residing on the cloud, on AWS instance. So what I'm doing, I have a virtual machine where it has some kind of workloads, and I'm able to move them around Paris, Dubai, and AWS seamlessly with a zero packet loss and online, no issues on the migration itself. Okay, I can take you over this after this session if you're interested. So basically, with our vision, we want to have one platform running either on private cloud, AWS, Azure, Google Cloud, telcos on the edge, and of course we have a variety of solutions that will help you to give you the freedom and control of your environment. So starting from the compute, which is the vSphere, where we started to virtualize our virtual machines, coming to the storage itself. So today with our hyper-converged solution, and this is what I will be going through the presentation, how we virtualize the storage so that in a small stack, and this is what we have today in the booth, like we have 6 nodes. So this can be just enough to manage your compute, your storage, and of course, in the software-defined networking part, you can manage your network. So you can create VLANs on the fly. There is no need to go again and configure anything on the physical network switch with the firewalls and everything. So why we are doing this, we want to have not only one platform to run the traditional applications, but this is what I've been doing myself on the past 10 years in my career since I started my career back. Like we need to have a 3-tier layer of applications, application, database, middleware, and we are familiar with all these logos. But what we have been experiencing lately, a huge demand on something called cloud native apps. So I'm not sure if you're familiar with this or not, but the way we go and containerize our workloads. So today, I've been through RFPs. They don't want to go with the traditional architecture anymore. They want to go with a cloud native app. So when I get a request from my IT developers, so I only have 2 solutions at that moment. Either I go on the cloud so that I don't care about the platform there, I will get all my services, or I will just go and find the right software solution that I will do it on-prem. Right? And since many organizations, they are not ready today to do this, so they prefer to go to the public cloud option. So what is the disadvantage of this going there? We as an IT administrators, maybe we lose the control over there. So as a one platform, VMware Cloud Foundation today, we can enable you to take and host your traditional applications. And of course, we can have cloud native applications running on the same platform. So the same IT administrator will have the control and power, both the cloud native and the traditional approach. This is on our software-defined data center terminology. So you will have a common infrastructure, you will have a common operations. You don't care about what kind of workloads. And of course, the most important thing is the security part. So if you have a control and you have all under one umbrella, under one management interface, you will be able to apply all your security policies across anywhere. It's on a branch, on the main data center, or even on the cloud. So whether you have today cloud native apps or not, again, it's really good to have one platform to support all your applications and be ready for the next generation application. So basically what we've been doing, what is VMware Cloud Foundation? So basically this is not something new to VMware. So it's the products, it's our pillars. It's the compute, the vSphere, which we have been doing for more than 20 years. It's the storage, it's the networking virtualization. All of these components, they are put under, we call it an engineered solution, so that all the management and the life cycle management of all these components are residing under one management of the VMware, which is the SDDC manager. So when you go with our bundle, there's no need to put different bundles all together. You go as one shot, virtualized compute, storage, networking, and of course the IT operations when it comes to the service catalogs, and if you want to request more services in your IT organization. So it's, I know maybe if we can go them as a separate module. This is supported with VMware, but what we offer as a VMware Cloud Foundation is to go with a one bundle, one wizard, and one support. You can deploy all these components all together in a matter of hours. No need to integrate different modules. And the most important thing is the maintenance of the lifecycle management, which I will show you here. How to, for example, what to upgrade first, vSphere or vSAN or NSX or vRealize. So with having all of them automated under one management, so we do this kind of lifecycle management for you on your behalf, so you don't have to care about how to put the stack all together. So again, the same concept of having the mobility of the data center, the VMware Cloud Foundation today, if you want to work on a private cloud, this is a supported solution we can start today. Edge solution, if you want to go and have it in a robo size. For example, I've been working for the past months with one of our customers on to have around 200 robo offices, and he was like thinking about how this can be managed all from one interface. So having them all deployed under the same umbrella of the VMware Cloud Foundation, you'll be able to push all your policies everywhere from a single management domain. Of course, if you want to have some customers, and this is what I've been working on lately, they don't want to invest in their DR site, right? They don't want to have a go and physical premise, cooling, power, operations, employees. So they many cases now they want to go on the public cloud. So in case you want to go today with the native flavor of the cloud, maybe you need to do kind of application refactoring. So you need to change the shape of your application so it would be compatible with the cloud itself. So the good thing, if we have VMware installed here and on the cloud with this kind of modules, there is no need to do the application refactoring. So the virtual machine can move smoothly. Again, it's as if it is a DR site. You can move here and there. And with our SD-WAN technologies, you will not experience any kind of network reconfiguration. Everything is stable. Everything is working as one unified platform. One of the great things that we bring is that we help you to get out of the hardware lock-in. So today we have a lot of vSAN ready node options. So today we want to have a mix, because sometimes you find someone good at this kind of maybe blade. This is better in rack mounted servers. Even if you want to go with an external storage, maybe this is supported. So the good thing is that we can mix and match in our data center. So, and this has been something very complicated and challenging to many of our customers, especially when it comes to the tech refresh part. So today, let's say you are working with a storage model X and you are moving to another storage technology. So what you are going to do, you need to reinvent the wheel all over again, learn new terminologies, learn new management interfaces. So the good thing, when we abstract all the functionalities in the software layer, we give you the mobility. You want to invest in a new hardware, you want to decommission hardware. So it's exactly, we give you the public cloud experience, but it's on-prem. So this is how the data center will look like. So you have your management domain, and whenever you have a new workloads, you can seamlessly add them, no matter what kind of workloads that you have today in your data center. So maybe this could be a production, and you want to have tomorrow a VDI solution. You want to have DB like Oracle or SQL. You have a temporary project, and this project will be decommissioned soon, so it will be replaced with containers. So the good thing in our solution is that in the traditional way, if you're going, maybe you're going to have a new a dedicated infrastructure for production general VMs, maybe another dedicated infrastructure for the databases on Oracle, same for VDI, same for containers. So it will end up that you have a lot of silos, and it will be really challenging for you to maintain all this stack. I will not talk about how you bring them all together, but I will talk about the day two operations, how to maintain all these all together. I've been working in a hardware vendor for more than 10 years. And I tell you, every time we release a firmware, we need to check if vendor X is compatible with our firmware in the HBA or not. This kind of things, this is a bit challenging because it's more into the hardware business. So the abstractions give you the mobility and give you this, the one platform thing where you can have different workloads, different technologies under one umbrella. So the good thing here, having this kind of stacks, you have a different software layers residing in your stack. You have NSX, you have vSAN, you have VPSXi, you have vRealize. So what we are adding as a VMware Cloud Foundation, the management of the life cycle of all the products. So today you have a release. So in the normal way, you need to plan it properly. What to upgrade before what? Should I upgrade my NSX before my vSAN? Should I wait? So the good thing with the automated management, we create like a mini action plans for you. So we tell you that this needs to be upgraded first in this sequence. Whenever there's a bundle, we notify all our customers that there's a new bundle, and it's a matter of few clicks where you can start doing the upgrade, and all the dependencies and everything will be done on your behalf. And of course, you can choose what, if I want, maybe you can start the deployment on a test and dev cluster, later on a database cluster. So you choose what kind of and which platforms you need to include in the upgrade. So the good thing here, so the same IT operator and developer, so the APIs that we provide will help you to run your traditional applications, and will give the APIs to the developers. So there is no need to go with their dedicated module to have them running their cloud native applications. So the same thing that we've been doing in the traditional applications, and on the other side, on the same hardware, even same hypervisor, same disk, they will be able to provision their cloud native application seamlessly in our platform. So what is the difference? So why we are doing this? So as I told you, it's an engineered solution. So you can go and build your own stack. Maybe you find software defined from vendor X, vRealize from cloud automation from another vendor. So what we are doing, we are giving you a turnkey solution. So all the modules, they are giving into one shot, one installation wizard, where you get all the bundles. And I'm talking here about number one in the market bundles. So if you consider our market share and rank in Gartner or IDC on several modules, vSphere, vSAN, NSX, vRealize. So we are providing you with the best in the market modules in each area. Do you have any questions? All good until now? All good? So how does it start? So the road to the full hybrid cloud starts with the vSphere, maybe and then on top of it we have the vSAN, so the software defined networking, vRealize, and we go to the hybrid cloud model. So you can start gradually, right? You don't have to take everything from day one. So what I will be focusing here is the core of the cloud foundation, which is the vSphere and the vSAN, since I'm handling the vSAN. So what we have been doing lately is in the hyper-converged technology. So we are not into the three-tier architecture anymore, the traditional one, and this is how I started my career, having compute, having the SAN switches, having the storage controllers, storage array. So we eliminated all these layers into a single layer. So the same compute node that you are using today to host your virtual machines, it will be used as a storage controller itself. So there is no need to go the three-layer architecture. You don't have to invest much in SAN switches or in storage arrays. Everything will be embedded in the same compute node that we use for the virtual machines, and we will give you everything in one server. So what do we provide as a storage? I'll just go on a high level. I don't want to go technical. Of course, if you want to go technical, we can take it later one-to-one. So what type of storage that we provide today? So we provide the traditional storage for the traditional IT applications. We provide the NAS storage if you have a NAS requirements, and this we see lately when it comes to the cloud applications, they want to see a NAS storage, or when it comes to the VDI solutions where we want to have dedicated file share to each user. And of course, the same storage will be used to provision disk volumes for the cloud native application. You have the choice to go through a different storage terminologies. So we support starting from the magnetic drives, that 7.2K, 10K, 15K, and we can support up all the way to the old NVMe architecture. Some customers, they are worried about two things. So if you come maybe 7 years ago and ask me about why would I go for vSAN? So when the technology started in 2013 and been building on, today in FY21, we have more than 30,000 customers. And a lot of them, they are enterprise customers. We have many references here in the region. So I'm not talking about SMB business. I'm talking about enterprise workloads where we go with our enterprise customers to help them to address their concerns in terms of workloads in both availability, resiliency, and performance. So how does it work? So the same server, as mentioned, that used for compute, we have two cache tiers and capacity tiers. So the cache tier, exactly like in the traditional storage architecture, this is used for the storage nodes. Okay. So whenever there is an IT operation, like in a traditional storage today, what is the amount of the cache that you get? Usually 500 GB, 1 TB maximum. So we can have per node here up to 3 terabytes of cache per node. So you can imagine the amount of IOPS that we get. So in the benchmarking, the demo that we do here in 4 nodes, we are getting around 450K IOPS on only 4 nodes. So you can imagine the amount of IOPS that the amount of hardware you need to invest in to achieve the same number of IOPS in your environment. And the good thing in vSAN is that we have something called linear relationship between the number of nodes and the performance IOPS. So for example, if I'm getting 450 today in the 4 nodes, this means if I have 8 nodes, I'm going to have 900K. So I don't have this kind of bottlenecks like we have not in the traditional storage, right? So in the traditional storage, you are only capped with a storage controller. So if the specs of the storage is 100,000 IOPS, whatever you add there, in number of disks, you will never exceed the 100K IOPS. But the good thing here, whenever I add nodes to my system, I'm scaling my performance as well linearly. So there is no limit, there is no cap. The more I add nodes, the more I get performance in my cluster. Today, our partnerships, HCI is not how it was perceived 7 or 8 years ago. Today, with the partnerships and the proven references that we have in the market, if you want to have it in, if you want to have hyperconverged running on SQL or Oracle to serve your database, it's supported. We give a high performance. We have proven this. We can do benchmarking. If you want to have it in having a DR cluster, we support the active standby, active clusters and vSAN, stretch clusters. If you want to run your cloud native applications, there is no need to go to find another solution or to go on the cloud. If you want to run your VDI solution, you want to go with the Robo. So today, with the partnerships and the supportability metrics that we are into all of different workloads. We are here to support you in any kind of workload. That was a brief on what we do as a VMware, and especially with the VMware Cloud Foundation and HCI. I will conclude my presentation. And curious if you have any question, or you want me to go through a specific module, or you want to join me to the demo afterwards and show you what we can achieve. Do you have any questions?